Mother Tzadik Zayin, an argument of Rabbi Lezer between Rabbi Lezer and Bishua. Rabbi Lezer says the only basis for Mashiach's arrival is if we do tshuva. We're up to 6 lines at the bottom of the page, Tzadik Zayin Amud Beis. So Tanya Ida we learned. Rabbi Lezer says, Im Yisrael is a tshuva and go, if we do tshuva, we will get redeemed, just like Rav says, Shenemer says, Shuva Boni Shavim, if you will return, I will cure you based on your tshuva. Rabbi disagrees. He says, it says in Pasuk, Chinam nimkartem, I told you for nothing, people worshipped Avodah Zarah, and without money I'll redeem you. What do you mean? Chinam nimkartem Avodah Zarah, only because you served Avodah Zarah you ended up in exile. Without money you'll be redeemed. You don't even need tshuva. Yesterday we had that Kesef refers to tzaddikim, so Kesef is like desire to Hashem, but even without Kesef, even without tshuva, you will be redeemed. So from this line over here, it sounds like you don't have to do any tshuva at all. But as the conversation goes on, it seems you need to do tshuva a little to some degree, as we'll see. Amalai, because we had in the previous one, we started with the Tanai, with the first brayse that we learned. There were there in the brayse says, Yeshua says, if we don't do tshuva, the Eibishter will put someone like Haman. Which we learned yesterday. Eibishter will place someone like Haman to make sure that we do tshuva. So from that first brayse, it sounds like we have to do tshuva. The only argument is that whether it's forced or voluntary. In this brayse, it seems to be saying you don't need tshuva at all. Well, let's continue the conversation. Omaloi, Rabbi Eliezer, we're arguing whether you need to do tshuva to bring Mashiach or not. Rabbi says he the tshuva. Rabbi seems to say you don't, or you maybe it doesn't have to be voluntary. And I'll bring you back. So therefore you have to do tshuva, it's a requirement. We have another pasuk. Each one is going to cite a pasuk to support them. We have another pasuk. I removed one from a city, 2 from a family. Sounds like, and Rashi says, who did I take? I took those who did tshuva. But it sounds like I'm going to force them to come with me, which means that there is a little bit, even according to Shua, there has to be done a little bit of tshuva, except that it doesn't have to be voluntary, it can be coerced. As Rashi says here, I will tshuva tzaddikim, I'll bring Shalom, even though they're not doing tshuva. I have to call them tzaddikim. Rabbi Lezer says, Rabbi Lezer holds you need tshuva. But look, it says in Pasuk, it says, B'shuva, when you return, v'nachas tivashayun, and you come, and you will be helped, b'hashke to v'bitcha, sorry, that's the wrong Pasuk. It says, B'shuva, v'nachas tivashayun, and it says that the tshuva, and nachas, you will be helped, in other words, you have to do tshuva. They're sort of not disputing each other's psukim, each one bring other psukim. Which others want to say that there are 2 different kinds of Mashiach can come either way. It says, as we'll see it in today's Gemara, Ita and Rechishena, there's earlier times and there's different ways he can come. But Rabbi Shua said what? There's another passage that says, Koyim Hashem, Gol Yisrael Kedosh, Hashem says the Redeemer, the Holy One, the Biza Nefesh, that those people who are Biza Nefesh are degraded, in other words, they're like Shoyim, the Mesu of Goy, they were despised by the Goyim, the Eved Muslim, they're ruled over like Avadim, yet Malachim Gira will come, come a time that everyone will stand up in respect, even though we're despised, despicable, even though we didn't do tshuva. And those will be, there's an end game. According to Rabbi Lezer, there's no end game. Do tshuva, one day Mashiach will come. You don't do tshuva, there's no end game. It'll go on forever. And Rabbi Lezer says, Rabbi Shua says, no, there's an end game, even if you don't do tshuva. It says in the pasuk, "Im Toshav Yisrael." If the return, the Hashem says, "Eli Toshav, come back to me." Again, it sounds like you need to do the requirement of tshuva. There's another pasuk where it says, "The Eshma Seish." I heard that person loves about him, breast and linen. Hashem Mamalach above. The Mimi over the waters. The Yodam Yemina Yisrael Shemaim. Your list is right and left side to heaven. The Yeshav he swears b'Chaya Elam. He swears in Hashem Kilamayit. There's a time, Moyadim, there's another time called Moyadim, and there's V'chati, half of that Moyad, Kechalais, Nefetz Yad, will finally come to an end, the spreading, Am Kodesh, Techalana, Kolela, and all this will come to an end. Clearly, there is an end game, even though they don't deserve it. They don't deserve it. The Shosek Rabbi Lezer, finally, this pasuk Rabbi Lezer remained silent, as if he conceded the point that even if you don't do tshuva, there's an end game. Which means they still believe if you do tshuva, but if you do tshuva, it'll accelerate the process. Says the Gemara, there's no more revealed open kets, rather than the following one. It says in Pasuk, if you had a Yisrael, the you'll give your branches, and you'll have plenty of fruits to Ma'idim, Tishul Am Yisrael, and the Pasuk finishes off, Kirvalove, because mentioning the main part of the Pasuk is missing. Kirvalove, because Mashiach is coming. So therefore we see closing here that that there's an end game, and Mashiach will come. When things get better, whenever the trees are all laden with fruits and everything else, it's a sign that Mashiach is coming. Rabbi Eliezer says, also from the following pasuk, Shenemar, it says, or Eliezer says, that before those days, right before Mashiach comes, there won't be any wages. And then you won't even get wages for working the fields. You won't get paid for that either. For those who come and go, there won't be peace because Mashiach because there's so many tzaros, but Mashiach will be coming. What do you mean there's no peace for those who go in and go out? What do you mean by that? I mean tzar from the tzaros. What does that mean? Rav said that after Tamid even Tamid Chachamim says Ein Shalom. What do you mean Ein Shalom? Even Tamid Chachamim should cost them a Shalom, but they're referred to as Shalom. See, Shalom Rav Oivez Zecher. There's plenty of peace for those. What do you call it? Oivez Zecher. After Mam Shalom Beilam. Nevertheless, Ein Shalom. There won't be Shalom by them. Neitzar. That they supposed to, technically wherever they go, they should be peaceful because they're marbe shalom ba'olam and shalom b'rav l'oivos hasecha. Those who love Torah will be peace. Nevertheless, there won't be peace. Why? Because min hatzar. So many tzaros, but Rashi brings another shot because the Yetzer Hara. That means that even Tamid Chachamim will succumb to the Yetzer Hara prior to Mashiach. Shmuel said, no, what it means, that all the prices will all be exactly the same. And we said before that the fifth year will be a year of abundance, a year of seva for the whole world. And that's what it means, that we need that requirement first. That, before we spoke about the tzaros, and he's saying fakert. The flip side is that there'll be a year that everyone will be sated.
Expensive, Rashi.
That's second pshat Rashi. I like Rashi's first shot better. Things will go well. Everyone else is predicting doom and gloom. Finally, one shot of Rashi, Shmuel says everything's going to be beautiful. Let's hope for that. China said, sorry? Oh, it's true, yeah. Of the cycle, yeah. Now going back to the negatives. When Mashiach will come, they'll be looking for fish. For a sick person, it'll be a shortage of fish. Because it says in Pasuk, then Ashki Ameim, and I was saying Hashem, and I'll sink oil. You have all these big oils that leak oil. I'll carry them across. Which says, "Hey, I am who?" And that day, that day I will raise the pride of Eden. I mean, Mashiach will come. So that's another sign. So need to be doom and gloom for Mashiach to come. Mashiach will not come until the very last rulers, even the weak rulers of the Eden, will disappear. Anyway, they're left to take care of. It says the Chodesh has Zazalim is what cut down the Zazalim with the knives. And then it says and we're saying Zazalim are remnants of authority who are not very qualified. And basically, you will Hashem will bring the presence of Hashem Tzvakis and Moshe this nation that is going schlepped around. So, in other words, a nation that has no leaders or anything else. That's when Mashiach will come. Mashiach will not come until all the haughty people amongst the Eden will disappear. Right, when will that happen? It says, Ki oz then. I will remove from you only traces of hubris. It says, and what am I going to leave behind? The remnants will be Oni Vidal, of that the Chos Hashem Hashem, and they rely on Hashem Hashem. Ain't been about you look all straight to until all the leaders will go. It says, I will clean them out, just like we clean up with this chemicals. I'll clean out all the bad, I guess, bad elements like that get mixed in. But Shiva Shavtaich. And then we start again fresh. We start a new Sanhedrin. The only way you can say Yerushalayim is Tzedakah. It says, Tziyin b'mishpat tzipodeh b'shaveh b'tzedakah. Okay, here I have something positive. Got to give Tzedakah and we'll save the day. And because Tzedakah b'mishpat tzipodeh, Shaveh tzedakah, and Tzedakah tatzal mavis. In fact, it says in the story, Chag HaMatzos, Pesach, go Chag HaMatzos. Maybe that's why we give Mois Chitzim before Pesach, because Matzos is Rosh Hashanah, Tzedakah, tatzal mavis. Turn the letter around. Mem Tzadik Sof. Amar Papa said, Papa, if these haughty, arrogant people will disappear, then Botli Amgushi, then Amgushi will disappear. We had more showers of Machlekes, and Amgushi means witches, or it means people who are Avodah Zarah, obsessed with Avodah Zarah. Botli Dain, if you get rid of the corrupt Dayanim, then Botli Gezivter will get rid of all the corrupt Goyim, will take care of us as well. That leader that try to rule over us. Some of these things are requirements are very, very difficult. Yeah, and very difficult to imagine it'll ever happen. Apiteva. Ibetili Yehidi, and if the Yehidi, if the arrogance will disappear, but them Gusha, how do I know that? If it says Pasik, but Etzev Keboisigayich, the very same Pasik, I will cleanse you out with that soap. But see, I'll remove Kol Bedelayich, all the riffraff that's amongst you, all the alien things. And the Botli Dayana, if you get rid of yourself of the corrupt Dayanim, is Botli Gizim to get rid of those going who rule over us. It says, Hey Hashem Mishpatecha Ponevecha. You get rid of Mishpatecha, your corruption, I'll get rid of the enemies who are trying to rule over you. If you see a generation that is sort of dwindling, start to expect the machine to come. Remember, it says, "I'm only tashir. I will help out those who are in trouble." Generations of many times happen to them. Like a river that flows. Wait for Mashiach. Remember, it says, that it comes like a very narrow river that's flowing down, then the Spirit of Hashem is coming in. That's the Mashiach. And it says, "Volotzian goyo," and there right next to it says, "Volotzian goyo." There used to be a lot of Rabbonis to finish the drasha and the words "volotzi" and "goy." So I saw once a Rav said tongue in cheek. He said because it says that if you ever say something in the name of the original person, maybe gu'ula loylam. So if you plagiarize, then obviously you push the gula away. So most Rabbonim, the drashas are stolen from somewhere, so therefore they have to finish off. Nevertheless, volotzi and goy. You don't want to be the guilty for pushing away. But it says, Mashiach will come on in a generation of everyone guilty or innocent. The Deutsche Kulazaka, I know generation of innocent. It says, I'm a cool tzadikim, let me show us. I'm a cool tzadikim. The Deutsche Kulachaylo, guilty, the Sivayaki, Einish, by Yishtreimim, and is amazed, Ke'ein Mavgia. There's no davening. See, it says, Lamani, yes, I'll do for my own sake. About 15 lines about the page. We're learning all the different signs, telltale signs that Mashiach is coming in. And most of them are pretty negative. I'm going to go down to Yeshua. Been leaving on me. Yeshua asked a question. In one place it says "Be'ita." In one place it says that Mashiach will come in its right time. When it says also "Achishena," that Mashiach will come hastily. So which one is it? Is it coming in the right time or is it coming hastily? So Zachu Achishana. If we're Zeiche hated, Lei Zachu B'Ita, not Zeiche in its right time, and that's how you can reconcile the Machlekes of Rabbi Eliezer and Yeshua. Rabbi Eliezer says that the Tshuva is talking about Achishana, and Rabbi Yeshua who says that there's an end game regardless. That's B'Ita. Our Alexander Rabbi asked a question. You see, it says in one part it says V'ardu Iman Anishmaya. That how will that Mashiach will come on the clouds. He's like a person, and also he will come. And in another part it says that he will be an Oni and he will be riding on a donkey. Zachu, he'll come on Anishmaya, which means he'll come quickly. And Zachu Oni Rechachamoy. When he's not Zeche, he'll come on a Chamoy. And Rashi adds, what's the idea of a donkey? Not just that it's a Gnai. Rashi says that the difference between an Anishmaya and a donkey is speed. Your speed. An Anishmaya goes with alacrity, and the donkey actually adds the words, the donkey is in no rush to get anywhere.
An Anishmaya, he says, Gidus.
As I said, that's the difference is to do with speed, not to do with the cover that this is an Anishmaya. Usually you learn that an Anishmaya is that is a Bakovadik and a Chamoid is Oni. It's not just a Chamoid, no Oni, but a Chamoid, it's a Lashon Gnai. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with speed.
took his hammer, and Moshe Rabbeinu went to the hammer.
And yesterday we learned that a Preda is the quickest animal that can go. It was really quick. Remember when Abisha tried to save David? You say Mashiach Chamras, he surpassed nicht. He understood the problem is not the Bashar. It's a gnai. I'll send him a beautiful white steed, the Easter that I own, and then Mashiach come, Bakovidik. He says, do you have a donkey? Do you have a horse that has 100 different colors? He made that up just so they should leave him alone. I'm sure they must met Leo. They were a piece of the Martha. They defended in the entrance of the Maida. That Abshim and Yochai, but Abshim Yochai, Amalei. Leo never. We have a lumber story that Leo was always standing at the doorway. He didn't go in; he was in the doorway. Amalei, Yasin Lamadossi. Well, I go. Well, I have a chelik on Haba. Amalei, Im Yirtze Odin has a fence. The Sheikh wants to see you, then you'll have a chelik on Haba. I saw two there. I saw Shemir Chai, and I saw Pearl Gimel Shemaiti, and I heard the voice of the Shechina Basco. I said to him, no, so when is Mashiach coming? When is Mashiach coming? Zil Shaila, they say, yes, Leo, when is Mashiach coming? Leo said, go. Shaila, they go ask him. Mashiach is in there. Rav Shimon Yochai, go ask him. They said, where do I find Mashiach? So here the Leo, here Shechai and the Shechina. And where do I find Mashiach? He said, you'll find him at Pischa de Karta. You find him at the entrance of the city. So Rashi says him that Nidal Lamoidi, it's not pshat literally that he's sitting in the entrance city of Rome. Rashi says, interesting, the Gan Eden, where's Gan Eden? Because actually Gan Eden is everywhere. The whole world is filled with Gan Eden. And he said that section of Gan Eden, which corresponds to the entrance of the city of Rome, that's where Mashiach is. What that means? Well, my simone, how do I recognize Mashiach? Yosef ben Ani, so he says amongst all the poor suffering. The Kul and Sharu Vasid Bechazim, they're all sitting there with leprosy. Each one has his band-aids. So first they undo all of their band-aids every day. They undo all of their band-aids, clean their wounds, and then they put the band-aids on. But Mashiach, he'll be the only one there. Shari Chad was a Chad, do one band-aid at a time. Take one band-aid off, clean it up, put it on. Oma, because he's saying Dilma Mavina delay Hakim. Maybe the Abishah says Mashiach is trying to come. I don't want to delay for 1 second. So yesterday we said that the Abishah wants the Mashiach to come. We want Mashiach to come. Now the Gemara is saying Mashiach himself wants to come. And yesterday we said Milas Hadin is what Ma'akiv. He went to Mashiach. Peace to you, Rebbe Moidi. As you know, this big machlek is a poskim and Rishonim. Whenever we say Toich Dibers, is it Shalom Aleichem Rebbe or Shalom Aleichem Rebbe Moidi? If you remember, most of our sites think about it Shalom Aleichem Rebbe. Here's a Shalom Aleichem Rebbe Moidi, and this is one of the Mekaydas that the Tais and others bring that has to be forwards. Shalom Aleichem Rebbe Moidi. I think I just see you notice there's a chof here. Maybe others not even going to the Moidi here. Umoidi lesser kamar okay. So their arguments are actually based on what the Girsa in this Gemara here is. Amalei, so Mashiach said, Shallecha Ba'alavai, Shalom Aleichem, and he didn't even call my first name. He emphasized you're the son of Levi. Amalei, Lemas Asimar. He asked Mashiach, when are you coming? Amalei, Hayom. Famous Hayom. Also, Gabriel, he's like excited. He came back to Leo, but the day passed and nothing happened. Amalei, Mayam Lach, what did Mashiach tell you? Amalei, Shalom Aleichem Ba'alavai. He said, Shalom Aleichem Ba'alavai. Well, he just gave you a guarantee that you're going to go to, you'll be in Elam Haba. Amalei, and interesting, Mark Silverfield learned that from the 7 people that came alive into Gan Eden was of Shurban Levi. He took the sword from Malchamos. Amalei, Shekuda Kashaka, he lied. Amalei, Hayom Masin Lasa, he said, come and tell you to come. Amalei, Hachiyam, he misunderstood. Hayom Im Bekailas Ishmo, if you do tshuva. Again, this is a right that the tshuva is if you wanted it to be achishana. Show to me that the kisma. I mean, the kisma aim is was coming. I'm scared to tell you. Shem action. You can ask me a sign to prove it to you. I'm like, ain't no action. I'm not going to ask you a sign. I'm like, okay. Look, sheyipal hashar is that when this gate over here from Rome will collapse. It will be Yivna, they'll rebuild it. The Yipal will collapse again. The Yivna will rebuild it. It will collapse again, and they won't rebuild it again. Ain't must speak. Well, no, such a bit over, but they won't rebuild it again until Mashiach comes. Why, when Mashiach comes, do we need to rebuild the wall of Rome? Don't know. There's a new gives a sign. You promised me you won't ask me for a sign. I'm like, Ava became finesse vegan. If I'm right, the Ma'odas Pamayim we have a few times in Shas already. This is the source of the Jordan River, and let that turn into blood, and it turned into blood. That's what happened. B'shas Amalei said, "Hamikuli, I want you to bury me in the ground very deep. Aroni, my Aron." Why? She'ain kol dekel v'dekel bubble, because every single palm tree in bubble she'ain sushel parsim nishaboy. There won't be a palm tree in bubble that you won't have the horses of parsim attached to it. Ve'en kol Aron and there won't be any aronis in Israel. She'ain sus modai oichaboy. That the sus they'll need so many. They'll need troughs. Everything else. They'll take out the kvadim and use the boxes for the troughs. So therefore, I don't want to dig deep, so they won't get to me. They won't get to me. Yeah. There we go. Meat boy tablets. They can eat the straw. So it's clear that they used to use boxes and straw as well. They wouldn't just put them on a meter like we doing in Shalim. They put them in boxes. Otherwise, what are you worried about? It says Mashiach, another doom. Mashiach will not come until the evil empire will have a hegemony over the Eden. Tisha Chadoshim for a base of 9 months, the term of a pregnancy. Shenemar, as it says in Pasuk, Lachain therefore Yitnam ad 8 years later, I'll give them over to them the time it takes to give birth. The Yeserach Yeshua Bnei Yisrael, and the rest of the brother will go on to Bnei Yisrael. So we see the period is the gestation period, or the period that it takes to give birth, the pregnancy, which is 9 months. Ula says, Ye say, Ula said, famous words, Ye say, I want Mashiach to come. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see that time period when Mashiach is coming. Ye say, I want Mashiach to come, but I'm davening that I won't be alive then to see it. Ye say, let him come, and I want to be zeichet to be able to see it. The Yeseh Betula de Kofisa, I will sit in the shadow of even of dung, the chamri of a donkey. I beat to see the Bias Mashiach.
His donkey.
Sorry,
Mashiach's donkey.
Okay, yeah, but I beat to see Mashiach. I'm happy to see him, even though I'm sitting behind the dung. My time. What's this for? Why are you saying I mean I don't want to see it? Mashiach was supposed to be so difficult. But Tanya showed there's a way of getting around it. How? You can circumnavigate all the tzaras. We're in Torah doing mil chasadim. Umar hot Torah hug mil chasadim. Now, very interesting because in Rosh Hashanah of Yechesed we had a Tzai Abaye, Tzai Rabba with Bnei Evi. Abaye died at the age of 60, the Gemara says, and the Rabba died at the age of 40. And the Gemara says, why did Rabba die at the age of 40? Because he had Torah Nog Mil Chasadim. And Abaye has Sai Torah and Ig Mil Chasadim, so therefore he lived for 60 years. So, and Abaye is saying over here, Hot Torah Mil Chasadim. Maybe everything is relative. He had enough Mil Chasadim that he should avoid Chevle Mashiach, but he didn't have enough to break out of the curse of Bnei Eli. But he said, I'm worried that maybe my chait, I would have done a chait, and it was going to be greater. I'll watch you. Why was he scared? So he's scared that the chait will be greater. And everyone asks him, the Rambam says, once the Abisha says something, you can't take it back. So the Mishnah already says the difference is if you give him a chait or like a chait. Yerachit changes it. Now he won't take it back on. David won't take it back on his own. Won't rescind. But if you're the one who puts a block there, so then you block. How do you know there's such a concept called Gilim Zachet? Ad Yavram Chashem Zu Bi Rishonim. Ad Yavram Diknez Bi Shnir. First I went to the Israel, the second time with Ezra. Amamata Rui Meizolas Lemnes Bi Shnir. They should have had the same kind of nest the second time coming as the first time coming. And Eloshagon Vachet. They didn't deserve it because of the Chet. Which particular Chet? First of all, most of them didn't even want to go. That's a Chet enough. The Rabbi also said, all of these great Amoraim said, we want Mashiach. I don't want to see the Chevle Mashiach. I'm give my time, but why? Is it why are you fretting the Bia Chevle Mashiach or the Bia's Mashiach? Is it because it says Kasha Yonas like a person runs away from a lion, a pogad, evil meal a bear, and the Bohabai is coming to the house or some place a hand on the wall, and wherever you turn, this will be a tzara. I want to show you something. You don't have to wait for Mashiach. That's life. We're already living that way today. It's one tzad after another, compounded. There's a little guy goes to the field, the Poga by Santa, he meets there. There's a person there who's in charge of determining the size of your block of land. And it's willy-nilly, it's up to him. He can just say, you know what? Arbitrarily, this is no longer this little tract. It doesn't belong to you, it belongs to your next door neighbor. So you're scared when he's there because you don't know what's going to be. It's like a lion coming in, taking prey. Then Pogba something, you meet a guy who can change your field. Don't make much Pogba as if you met a line. Then you go back to home and coming and thinking I'm released, nothing happened. Pogba Gabba, the tax collector's there. They want money. Don't make commission Pogba like a bear is there, they're coming to eat you. Then Nichel Besa, you come home, finally at your own home. They're all sitting there starving and yelling and screaming at you, don't make commission Nishwa Nachas. So what do you need Chavim Mashiach? We're suffering that right now. Times are tough. Ella, so why are you scared of Mashiach's arrival? Ella, Mishum Dachsi, no, I could tell the Pasig, Shalom, no, ask, or and see, Yulav Zacha, if you give birth to a Zacha, Madur Riziko gave a Yodov, Al Chalos, what I see every person standing with the hand on the loins, Kia later, if they just give birth, the Nefel Koponi, why does everybody look pale? That Pasig, as if something's going to happen, everybody is very pale. My Riziko gave, when I saw every man, but men don't give birth. Anybody who's strong. Why take they all pale? It's the because the Eden and the Malachim. And the people the Abishah says, okay, the only way the Eden succeed is for me killing the Goyim, but they're also my handiwork. Once I've created the Goyim, and I gave them some favoritism during Golus because of Eden's fault, it's not so easy to take it away. Like by Ozyosha, Maisi other Tovabiyam. I mean, people say, Royid, the Nuffle, Torah, let's say your cow that you love so much fell down and hurt itself, so you sent a horse in its place. And then when your cow gets better, you can't just easily throw away your horse. So now that he created a goyim, they're all there, it's not so easy. I want to read what I was seeing. So the Ochlish name Mashiach, that in the future the Eden, all the good times will be the times of Mashiach. Will be for the Eden. Well, a man famous saying. So who should enjoy Mashiach? Chilik Kabilik, famous saying. Chilik Kabilik. You want Chilik and Bilik, like Bedel and Shmedel. You want Chilik and Bilik to go ahead. All kinds of pshatim who Chilik and Bilik is. Maybe they're just made up names, or they're names of certain parsim or something. It's just an expression. Or the Lashon Churba, that people have no future. Chilik Kabilik. Lafuk, what are we trying to say? Lafukim Rav Hillel. Rav Hillel ain't Mashiach we saw. Rav Hillel says, there's no Mashiach by Eden. What do you mean no Mashiach? They already ate it up in the time of Chizkiyahu. They already enjoyed wherever Mashiach had to be. They already enjoyed it. It's over. That's how we learn it over here. Later on, tomorrow, Rashi says, because the Eibishter will be the one who will take us out of those. The world was created only in the Chus of David to hear the Tehillim. And Shmuel Amar, what it's saying is that only in the Chus of David, David created the entire world only because of Tehillim. Shmuel says LeMoshe because of Count of Moshe, because we shall Makabel the Torah. That means Tehillim in a way is even supersedes the Torah. Rabbi Yechon says the main purpose of this world is, which is the also love of Mashiach will come. Mashmai, famous Gemara, what's his name? The Yeshiva of Shela said, their Rebbe is opposite Mashiach. Their Rebbe is much. Remember, it says, the Beit of Yeshiva of Chanina said, Chanina Shmai. Shenamar, it says, Ashalai Etan Lechem Chanina. Every yeshiva promoted their Rebbe to be the Mashiach. The Yesh Ayman, I never understood why these people have problems. If when the Rebbe Frierdiker Rebbe came out, out to the Tshuva, out to Gula, this is during the war, everybody came out against it. And Rebbe Lezer Silver and Salvation came out for it 100%, Halavai, and the same thing. What's the problem? The Yesh Ayman, Menachem Chizkishmai, but everyone says, even if it's not their Rebbe, that Menachem is the name. And it says, Menachem will restore my nefesh. Actually, the Metzoida in the house of Rebbe, that's him. And it says, he was sick, he carried our tzaddas, we thought he was a leper, struck with Eibishter, and he suffered. And he said, if he's from the living, then you're going to Nachman, who's a Yod Shemaim, said, Mashiach is alive, it's me. He openly said, "I'm Mashiach." If you say Chaim Hakadosh with the Pasha, he says Shmoi Chaim on himself. Mashiach. So then it says, come out from him. Amar Rav said, if Mashiach is alive, then could have been a Kaddish. A Kaddish is the one who's worthy to be Mashiach, the biggest tzaddik in the world. If Mashiach does not be from the living, Mashiach can be from those who die. Going Daniel ish chamudus, and Daniel will be Mashiach. So first of all, the Rashi gets two pshat. What pshat way I just told you that Mashiach doesn't have to be alive. Mashiach even is not alive. And here's interesting. Daniel was not, it's not the generation before. Had a shaykhis to the generation. Daniel lived a long time before Rabbi Yehuda Nasi. And yet he said, could be it's Daniel. But actually, the other pshat is that has to be living, but a person like him and a person like Rebbe or a person who has the qualities like Daniel. Okay, we'll stop a little change tomorrow, Mitzvah.